practical wisdom on startup and establishing business. I'm not a motivational speaker, so don't mind the way I talk. Okay, I'm not a motivational speaker, so I'll actually say what I know from my own personal experience. Okay, the first thing we have to do as a Christian businessman, I encourage us to start with prayer and divine direction. Bishop Chibuzor was said, God does not lead backward, He always leads forward. And that thing has always been a compass that has guided me in business. Because the advantage we have as Christians in business is the person of Holy Spirit. So if we have Holy Spirit, we should be able to provide direction in everything we are doing. The Bible says every good and perfect gift is coming from above, from the Father of lights. So divine direction is very important. Everything just because what I'm saying is that signs are very challenging. So what makes the difference between you and God? If you don't seek God in everything you do, it doesn't make any difference. But that's the advantage you have as a Christian. So having direction in what you do means that you soar like eagle in any business choice or endeavor you want to go in. Another thing is, I use the word light, illumination or revelation. Honestly speaking, without light, you can't go far. Business. Practically, I don't jump in. It was when I was starting that I used to jump in anything I see. I really do that now. I always ask God for direction. Most times, it might look slow, but definitely, you will enjoy the results. So, the third one is mindset. I'm talking about practical wisdom in business. So, because I'm a Christian businessman, so probably I'm mixing, giving you the key or whatever. I'm telling you what I practice personally in my own life. Mindset is everything. In fact, there's a limit to where God will take you if you don't expand your mind. Most of you now, you want to start business or you're already doing business and you're not investing in personal development. It's very, very important. It's very, very important to invest in personal development. You can't claim that you have a vision. The proof that you have a vision depends on the book you read or the mentors that you follow through to really drive your vision. So why it is very important. Now you are about to start or you've not started. Why not take that time and read the books you need to read? Or follow through people you need to follow through? Or do the feasibility study or whatever it is to start a business. Then when you start that business, follow through. And you see the hands of God. Another key to me is positive images. When you go to prayer, there's something I found out about God or in life. You go to prayer, your mental image is when you pray, it can use the result. It's like now, let me say, you are going for a contract. You have fear in your heart. And even while you are praying, what was in your mind is where they tell you. You are going to God to help you to get the contract. So you now feel that That's your mental image. You are going to God to change your mental image. Meanwhile, you see yourself where you did not get that contract. God will not answer that prayer. One secret I found out is your level of mental capacity determines the answers to your prayer. And that's why you see, like our father, you see them at that level of undeniable miracles. It's not their superwoman, you know. It's just that they have built that mental capacity that is so strong that the imagination captures the answer to the prayer. It took me time to get there. You know, that's when Bible says, renew your mind. It was now that I understand that renew your mind. Because what it does to you is that it separates you from the chaff and brings you into that place that can believe for everything. So, you know, the other day I was asking God, why is it that anything I think now, it comes to me? But before, there were times I would believe, I would do this. You know, it was Koju. I was reading one of his books and I asked for that. He said, your mental images, when you go to pray, you're already defeated in your mental whatever. So you want God to change what you have. You understand? It has given up. God will not change it. That's why, you understand, most times you pray for something, you don't get it. Okay, let me give you an example. I was supposed to travel this January. So, but I've not even gotten my visa to travel. But I keep on telling people I'm traveling January. And I wouldn't say I'm confessing faith. But probably I've gotten to that level that I know the BBs. But it was that positive mental image that I have that just answered that prayer. I think last week, DHA gave me my visa. You understand? But the truth is, I have deployed it in everything that I do. So most times, even when I'm afraid to do something or to do business, or even my customers, you know, I don't want to give 5 keys to success. It's not what I'm here to do. I'm telling you something practical that's working for me. If you do while you are praying to God, you are sending negative image to God. And that is what you see. That is the answer to your prayer. It's not what you are saying. You are afraid, your imagination is, this thing is not working. So what do you want God to do? God will not change anything. But most times, it's not as if you might not have fear in your head or your heart. I'm not saying you have to be completely whatever, but always try to make sure that has really changed my life. Even my customers, at times business might be bad. I will just say, and always know to switch from natural, because the problem we have in Christianity is striking balance between we call it supernatural. So striking that balance, and I know during this conference, a lot of spiritual things, impartation, favor has been released. Now, it's left for us to go into that field and not abuse that grace of God, because the grace of God works with consistency. Don't mind about rejection. You know, I started from scratch, and I always love when I see people that are starting from scratch, because I have learned a lot of lessons and I'm still learning. The ladder is unstoppable. We have to bring it in. So, as a Christian businesswoman, a businessman, honestly speaking, we have an advantage. I had a transformer project I was doing, so it was really great. But I didn't know God was just trying to teach me patience. You know, I was like, God, if I start this project, I did this, I did that. It was really great, a lot of things. So I now knew a lesson I have learned, patience. I just kept quiet and I just going through. You know the truth, at the end of it, you know, the man thought he was winning. The last time I met him, I told him, I'm going. And I told him, before I release this, you have to do this. But it was that quiet spirit I had the days of prayer that made me to allow something I paid for to linger for over a year without murmuring and complaining. And one thing I know I'll tell you that helped me so much is thanksgiving. I won't lie to you. You know, as a business person, you have ups and downs. You know, maybe you did not sell or this customer didn't want to buy from you. The expression of faith is actually when things are going wrong and you're able to thank God. That thing has changed my life. You know, the last time I came here, if I tell you how many steps I've gone, you know, Nigeria is very sweet now. Or if I tell you, you know, I don't like calling numbers most times when I talk. If I tell you the steps I have made from the last time I came here till now, you know, on Tuesday was my birthday, you know, and my staff were celebrating me. They were saying a lot of things. I was like, am I really like this? I didn't know I've grown to this level. You know, I was just telling them. Honestly, I didn't know. Because I always want to portray a humble heart for God and people. And let me tell you another thing. If you don't treat people right in your business, you won't go far. Because most of us want to succeed. You know, how you treat people matters. If you're a married man, how you treat your wife matters. It matters. It affects your business. It affects everything you do. In fact, at the time, my wife is this kind of person that usually goes to things like, and I knew kind of person that is very punctual. So when I knew that this thing is bringing strain in our relationship, because tomorrow I'll go to God in prayer and tell God, see. And that thing will still keep on popping up. What I did was I just put up my mind. See, you understand? And I just managed it until she left the country. UK. So how it matters though? It affects your finances, it affects your business. My staffs, you know, one of the things they told me that it's the area. That was one of the things they said. But one thing they are very sure is that I have their interest at heart. I rather not eat, not to pay them salary. Even when business are not good. You know, why I'm saying this thing is most times you won't talk lessons and how you treat your next neighbor. Because the Bible says, Hannah said, don't be arrogant. I don't know how to say it in 2 Samuel. That the God is a God of knowledge, and by him actions are weighed. God weigh actions. That's why most prayers are not answered, because you think you're crying or you're talking is what God is. God weighs your action, and those actions matter. And it's more or less how you treat. It's more or less how you treat people. I made an intention on how I relate to people, even when I don't know you. I do my best to make sure that if I go to God, God will say, this opportunity I gave you to talk to this person or to meet this person, you didn't create more problem. So we have to balance spirituality with faith, because the truth is that until we activate that work side of faith, we will be actually going behind. You know, because I know your pastor must have released the law of wisdom yesterday. Why are you afraid? Overthinking is not good. You know, I want to do this business, you're overthinking. You know, how many years are you planning that business? In fact, that was last week. I had a friend that visited from London. So when he got to London, he called me about 4 days ago. He said, when he got Abuja to go back, that they gave him this tea. That he bought this tea, he went to a goat shop to buy one of 3 goats to travel back. So in that goat shop, they allowed him now introduce him to one tea. You know? So he now said, he now had the tea, it was nice, and the first thing he remembered was me. He now called me and said, Ejiofor, please, this tea that I saw, it will make business sense. So I told him, I'm here already. Do you know, within 2 days, I got the name for the team. I sent money to trademark it immediately. Like next week, I'm doing that. So overthinking is not good, because most times, when God gives you an idea, follow through. Stop overthinking. How will this thing be? How will this thing be? Even all my efforts in business world did not give me the contract. I remember when I went to market a major conglomerate in Nigeria, my products. When I went to the station in Aba, the bureaucracies here and there, they told me, you can't do this, you can't do that. I left it. But funny enough, I think I've shared that in here. When the business came, I was on my own. Came to meet somebody that I wanted that to be my master business. That was the deal. And from there, one thing is to happen. And today, that business is giving me billions. Honestly, we have advantage as Christians, and we are not making use of it. We are not making use of it. God can really bless you, but the problem most times is our intent of our hearts. Most times we are not sincere. Most times we prefer even to come to church and stay for morning till night. And the money is out there. Come to church, get the blessing. The blessing is already hanging on your head. The grace is already there. So why are you making you look as if your pastor is not working hard? You just go there, you stay at home and be sleeping. Go there, like the lepers. They said if you stay here, you will die. If you go back to the city, you will die. And if you stay here, you will die. Say his brother will die going forward and staying well with that. That is it most times. And when they made that step of faith, the Bible said the Syrian army reside hearing the voice of chariot. That is how life and business basically. When you take that step of faith, God will make those oppositions to hear the voice of chariots. And when they get there, they said, oh, no one was there. Somebody was there. The problem is that God has activated those vendors to go and clear that road. That's how business is. I don't know, that's my experience. And as a business person, a Christian, you know how things are now in Nigeria. It's very, very competitive. With me, I spiritualize my own business. I do. I don't have any other means because I'm this kind of person. I don't like staying in the middle. I don't like being here or here. It's either if I want to stay on the negative side, I do it well. If I want to stay on the positive side, I do it well. But there's no actually another way to do business better. No, stop overthinking. That business idea that you really have, that you want to start it. Start it. Start pushing it. Don't wait tomorrow. The circumstances can never be perfect. Even with the pain, push through with the pain. Before you know it, you see things falling in place. You see things falling in place. And like I said, divine direction is very important. Anything you want to do, ask God, take your time to find out what God is saying. Any challenges you face, God always has an answer to this problem. But don't shut your mind down. Don't shut your common sense down. You need to work hard. In Genesis 26, the Bible says, we usually read that Bible, and Isaac sowed in the land, and he reaped an hundredfold. If you read the passage before, he said, after he has stayed there a long time. You understand? He said, after he has stayed there a long time, then Isaac sowed in the land. So now, most of us who start business, we don't even have that tenacity. Don't even have that tenacity to press forward. Because of challenges or whatever it is, you just give up. No. Most times, you need to stay long in that business so that the roots will touch the waters. In fact, the longer you stay in business, the more you get breakthrough. It's not even in the character of God to be a coward. It's not even in the character of God to be doing a business now. And challenges came. matter any business you even aspire to, you still have challenges. Challenges are it's constant. So it's not even a character of God to always chicken out when it's challenges. You have to stay true until that root touches that water down, and that is very true. Isaac is a tireless worker. In that same Genesis, that's where you dig a well and this will fill it with earth. He said, I dug a well. So why you claim blessings that I don't want to work for? Am I communicating? So, in as much as most times, it's just what I've learned because it's just like I'm into bakery raw materials now. I knew when I started it. In fact, there's a day I will never forget. There's this customer that I will just produce, I will just even if it's one bag, the man will owe me for like 6 months. I was saying to myself, how long will I continue like this? Today, I usually thank God for that tenacity to stay because I can't imagine what is happening now, even though we are just starting. In fact, let me tell you, this year I've not had one chance to move my product outside the room. To tell you how busy we are. I have not had chance to move my product beyond the room. It means meanwhile I have to anticipate millions waiting for me, but I have not had chance. That will tell me, and that will tell me how busy we are. I have not. All my customers across the states have not. They've not seen me this year because we've not had the time to do that. It means that we have to increase our capacity beyond whatever. Meanwhile, I have been in this business somewhere and nobody knows me. Now the international doors are open. I'm traveling January, it's not for fun. International doors are open. But there's one thing about God there. I'm not saying it's maybe for you to be happy. There's one thing about God. If you stay long in what you are doing, it's not about how many people you are talking to. It's not about how many people that you are talking to. Can you be first to stay there long enough so that your root will touch water? Once your root touches that water, I can't claim it's not my marketing skill that brought the customers I'm using and customers. I don't know. That's how I build up. I'm this. I don't know how to say it, but I'm always. I believe I don't know anything. Maybe that's why God has so much blessed me. I don't know anything. I don't even know anything because my life is just by the grace of God. There's no customer. That does not mean I don't do marketing skill. If you see me in my office, I'm a workaholic. So I do all those things, but I acknowledge the grace of God in my life. I don't play with it. So it's very, very important to stay long enough where you are. Don't be scared with the challenges you face. Don't be scared. If you stay there long enough, stay there long enough, you see the hand of God change your life beyond measures. You know, because most times I'm mad, this one is going, this one is not going. Except you don't understand the God you're serving. Except I started with prayer. Except you didn't ask him those questions when you are starting. But stay there long enough. It's even a proof that you know God. It wasn't easy for Isaac. He got interested in knowing me. He did, I don't know what he did. So, if I do this, I do this. He was like, okay, where are you going from here? I said, I'm going to a friend's house that is doing house work. He said, who is the person? I told him. He said he knows the person that he was invited. So I said, okay, we coming now. So when he came there, he was like, Ejiofor, please, what are you doing? You know, I laughed. You know why I laughed? I said, I know, maybe, what was in your mind is that maybe I'm doing here to afford the kind of school my daughter is doing. I just told him, I said, I know you think I'm doing here because I don't know why you're asking me this question. Over and over again. He now said that even him as local government chairman, it took him years to even have the courage to even approve it. In fact, that he's just trying to enroll the children in this school. I told him we've been there 6 years ago that all my children passed through this school. So I was like, he couldn't believe it. So he got interested.
Around 6:30, I was trying to go to school run. The guy was a menace. He said any million that I needed, that he's going to invest it. Now, I want to make a point. That's why I'm saying this thing. Dependence on God. You know, somehow my heart moved because the kind of millions this guy called, I knew I would make billions by December if he brings in the money. But he said something. He gave me a narration of somebody he gave 90 million. The guy disappointed him, and he will go every length to get that money. So one day, the next day, he invited I and my wife. So when we went there, he now brought that conversation again. So I now told him, see, in as much as I won't support anybody to betray someone or eat his money, but the way you are going is not the right way. You know, trying to tell somebody I will take you to shrine or do this, do that, I can't do that. In fact, I told him I can't do anything for money. That even if I see 1 billion on the road that's not mine, I will not take it. But I will not stain my hand with idolatry in the name of money. So he now asked me a question. He now said, at this moment, what is your worth? I have a reason why I'm telling this story. I told him, besides my assets, besides the money I'm owing people, this, that, at that level, my account balance was, let me even call numbers so that you can appreciate what I'm saying, is about 1 million. I told him I'm not owing anybody. If I remove every money in my account that is not mine, apart from my machines, whatever, as it is now, that's the only thing I can say I have now is 1 million naira. You now said you don't have money now. So that means you are starting from zero. I laughed. You know, for him, he thought it's about money, but you don't know the value of the business already. But I said, but that's the said. He now said this, that. So after making that statement in his house, he now knew that he cannot stain me with idolatry or whatever in the name of money. So he never called again. So, but there's a reason I'm telling this story. That was, my wife left for UK on 17th of September. Yes. So that was 15th of September. So I was coming back from Berea last weekend with a friend that knows him, and we met in the same Berea. And I told that my friend that I was now telling my friend the story about what happened. But I remember something. God brought my attention to something. From that 15th of September till 3rd of November is about a month plus, right? And I told that my friend, do you know, because that's how I behave. I don't, before I say I am this is what it is. So I said, my friend, do you know I have more than 25 million naira in my account? As in, if I remove every money that is not mine. So that is a pastor. He now made a statement. He now said God can go any length to help anybody that depends on him. That thing struck me. I got back and I kept thanking God, because I was like, within a space of 2 weeks, that money came. You know, so now what if I went for the millions you're supposed to give me and probably didn't involve God and do whatever it is to get that million? I kept thanking God. I don't know what kind of business will give you that kind of money, but the truth is that God will reward you for any test that you pass. God will reward you for any test. But it was a test. I didn't know it was a test. it was not my pastor friend that said God rewarded you for that test, because now he now told you that it's only me that can do things for you. So I want to encourage you. I think I'm done. If you have any question, you can ask so that we can be practical. Thank you, sir. I have 5 minutes.
If you have questions, just raise your hand. Let's ask questions. This is not preaching. If you have questions, something you need to just raise your hand so that we can take questions. Questions.
Things you mentioned is we should not overthink. Don't overthink. So I just need a little balancing. So what now happens when yes, you are given an idea, or somebody pitched an idea to you, or God gives you an idea and you don't consider it first and you just go into it? What if you now lose money? Or so I just need a little balancing. Like, should we not think at all? Should we not consider it at all and just put in money or start up?
Okay, the word said don't overthink. I did not say you should not think. I did not say you should not plan. I said don't over, because the challenge is some of us can have a vision in January and by December we've not implemented it. The truth is that God will always wait for you at the field. I knew when God told me to start cover my product over Nigeria, I was afraid until I made that step. The first day I got to Owerri, I think I made a sales of, just within a few minutes, I made a sale about 800,000. The first day I went to Makodi, I made a sale about 1.3 million. Meanwhile, I have not scratched the market. So now imagine I was still in my house. Will I make that sale? So that's mean overthinking. I don't say you should not think. I didn't say you should not plan. Do your feasibility study well, but don't overthink, because you can never get everything in place. Once you are sure God has given you that idea, there's a time you have to act, even when the resources are. In fact, there's no business. This business I'm doing now, I started it with 50,000 naira. Yes, I had some money, but by the time I decided to start the business and I paid for my rent, the only money I had was 50,000 naira. And do you know what I did with the 50,000 naira? I went and gave it to NAFDAC and registered one product and left it there. That was it. From that time till now, I grew organically. Nobody gave me, apart from God's grace, I grew organically. I remember the first machine that I bought. I spent, the man duped me, collected about 350,000 naira, and finally it did not work. I didn't stop there. That tenacity. The only thing I tell God, once you give me strength to wake up in the morning, I will push myself, even when I'm depressed, even when the business is not going well. Before you know it, those doors will open. Any other question? Okay.
Praise the Lord.
Hallelujah.
You made mention of someone owing you like for 6 months. When you're doing business, maybe you start with little capital and then somebody is owing you again. Like, how do you manage it? What is your benchmark, like, to avoid a lot of people owing you money? Like, when they buy goods from you, they tend to owe you maybe like 2 months. How do you manage it in order to still retain that customer?
Okay,
to get liquidated.
Anyway, the truth is, most times, because of if you're into business that you don't enjoy monopoly, definitely for you to even make sales, sometimes you have to sell on credit. But the practical wisdom I use is, okay, let me give you an example. There's this guy that called me. That was last week. I just remember that I've not even given him the goods, so I will do that now. He told me he wanted so and so. that he will pay later, but I know his capacity, he cannot pay that kind of money. So what do? I said, bring what you have, let me give you what I can bear. I gave him some things above what he paid though, but I knew I can forgo this peradventure he did not pay. Another way to do it is, if you want to give people goods on credit that will pay a longer period, make sure you are making a lot of money from them. I don't even understand. Probably if it's good you are selling for 20 naira, tell them it's 30 or 40 naira, so that by the time they manage to pay 20 naira, at least you've covered your money. Have I helped you? Thank you, sir.
Wow, thank you so much.